What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today we are going to be talking about what it's like working at a independent shop. And for those of you guys who don't know me that much, first off, my name is Ryan, so thank you all for joining. And those of you who have always been here with me, thank you all for tuning in again. But I used to work at an independent shop a while ago, and it was a very interesting experience. I've only worked at, I think, 2 independent shops. One was a Exxon gas station, and one was another independent shop. I forgot the name of it, but I know that one was in a very ghetto place, and I only lasted 1 day there because it was ghetto. And I'll tell you why. So when I was 14, 15, I volunteered at this independent shop, and it was pretty cool. You know, you get, the great thing about working at an independent shop, first, you get a bunch of different vehicles. All makes, all models, you're going to become well-rounded. You're going to know everything from a vehicle when you keep messing with them. You get a lot of different, you see a lot of different things coming in and out. Different problems, different stuff. You seriously become well-rounded when you work on different vehicles. Working at the independent shop, also, you get paid hourly. They don't do flat rate usually. I've never met an independent shop that does flat rate. They usually do hourly. You get a lot of work. Usually, independent shops are a lot more relaxed. It depends. If it's a mom and pop shop, they're not going to be as relaxed as a Fortune 500 company. Fortune 500 companies, you can get away with, you know, taking a little break real quick and then doing their work after and whatnot. But mom and pop shops, they're paying you by the hour. They expect you to be moving every minute that they're paying you. The downside of some independent shops is they don't offer you health benefits. They don't offer you health care, stuff like that. So you're going to have to figure that out on your own. Fortune 500 companies like dealers and stuff like that, they'll offer you all those benefits. Honestly, I don't even think they're really benefits to me because, like, I still got to go to work for y'all, and sometimes you get treated like crap. Now, anyway, off topic, but independent shops, you learn a lot. Different variety of vehicles, different characters that come in and out that you meet. You do learn a lot. You're gonna need tools like all over the place because you're gonna deal with so many different vehicles that each vehicle requires something different. You're going to need a bunch of tools. Honestly, in my opinion, being in an independent shop is way better than sticking to a dealership. In a dealership, you are stuck to a trade. That's like how I did the Chevy Avalanche video and everybody's in love with that. If I was a GM tech, that's all I would know, GM. But me, I like knowing everything. I like knowing a little bit of everything to know what each car's like. And you really see that each car is very similar to their counterparts. And it's just cool to know how different manufacturers do things a little bit differently. I learned that I loved working on Toyotas. I've learned that I love working on Chevys. Before this, I never loved Chevys until I worked at an independent shop and I started dealing with them, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, I really love them. They're so easy to work on. And that's how I ended up buying the Avalanche as well. I worked at 2 independent shops in my life. That one was the Exxon gas station we're talking about. The second one that I lasted at a day, I forgot the name of it, but it was in the most ghettoest town in the world of New Jersey. I think it was in East Orange. It was pretty dangerous there. I had showed up for my first day, and the building was just redone because it caught on fire somehow, and we don't know how. So I got there, and it was off the books as well, I think. But I only lasted 1 day there, not even a full day. And when I got there, I remember that they gave me a bunch of cars to do, and I started working on them. But it was just me, one guy, and another guy, and it was cool. We had a good time. It was fun until I started working. And a group of guys started like looking at me. And I guess they sensed that I was new. And the manager came up to me and he was like, dude, if I was you, don't go outside for lunch. Those guys are sizing you up. And I'm like, what does that mean? They're looking to see what they can take from you. And this is not a really nice part of the neighborhood. So I was just like, this is nice. So I did not go outside to eat at all. I starved that day. Honestly, if it was a one-on-one thing, I'd probably take my chances. But like 6-on-1, I'm not even gonna bother. This is not martial arts school. This is not Bruce Lee. I don't do that kind of stuff here, all right? This is real life, and people will damage you if there's a bunch of them. So anyway, I didn't go to eat, and I stayed inside. I was hungry as heck, and I think I had a banana. That's all I can remember. And I just did the work. And right at 6 p.m., it was still daylight, and I was just like, all right, man, I'm heading out. And as soon as I drove out, it took me an hour and a half to get back to my home. As soon as I crossed the border into my town, you can instantly tell it was a whole different world. I called him from the phone, and I was like, hey, man, I'm not going to make it anymore. This is not for me. I don't like doing it. And he was kind of upset that I didn't want to do it, but I was like, bro, I don't want to have to fear for my life every day that I'm going to work, so I don't want to be there. So I left, and I ended up getting my friend to come help me pick up my toolboxes again, and we had to transfer it all over back here to home. And I think that's how and after that, I got the job as I was working at Ford as a parts guy, I think. Or after that, I went back to school. I think I put myself into school to do something in the healthcare field. And yeah, guys, it's a different world out there when you in the ghetto side, son. Like, I'm not even playing. Like, normally, I'm not afraid. Honestly, I'm not afraid of people. I don't get fearful of people at all. I like to avoid situations, though, if I have to. If I have to fight, I'll fight. If I don't have to fight, there is no point. I'm not gonna. I don't ever like getting into fights. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy, and someone always gets hurt. There's no point in fighting. And if I can avoid situations like that, like, look, I'm not from that side of town. They obviously can sense that I'm not from there, you know. Saw this little Indian boy walking up, and they're just like, what can we take from this boy? I'm not about that. I'm not going to get beaten up for some cell phone or my wallet or something like that. I'm not going to get stabbed for something like that either. I'll just give it to you and say, enjoy. You know, so anyway, as soon as the time came for me to leave, I booked it and I left. And after that, that was it. Like, that was it. But independent shops, like I said, are cool. You'll learn a lot. If you want to get into that side, do it. You'll get a lot more experience than working at a dealership. Working at a dealership, you're going to learn the proper way of doing things, and you're going to learn it by the book. Independent shops, they're going to show you their way of doing it, and it obviously will be by the book as well, but they have different ways of doing it. Every shop does things differently, and they want to mold you into their worker, into their person. That's why they like people when they're fresh out of school. Independent shops or dealerships, they love when people are fresh out of school, especially dealerships, because they can mold you how they want you. But with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick episode, and please leave a comment in the comment section below letting me know if you guys work at an independent shop. How do you guys like it? And what are you guys thinking about? If you want to work at an independent shop, dealership, let me know your experiences. I like to read the comments. And with that being said, we'll see you all next time. Peace.